Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro. Today, we're going to talk about training camp and what you're going through at this point, uh, August 10th, 2018. So, I've been getting a lot of emails, just questions about training camp in general. But I want to talk about something that most people don't know how to deal with, and emotionally, because I know a lot of you guys worked really hard in the off season, got prepared. Now training camp, here's the thing, training camp is tough for everyone, right? And it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be tough. It's supposed to separate the men from the boys, the women from the girls. Girls are playing, women are playing football, which is happening a lot more now. But it's supposed to be rough and tough, and see who worked all off season and who can be emotionally and mentally tough and pick up things very fast, especially when you get to the higher level. Higher levels, you go to pro football. There's no the room for error is a lot smaller, right? So you mentally have to be. You need to know how to deal with it, and that's what I'm going to help you with today. All right. So we got a clip. This is when Josh Norman played for the Panthers, and he's basically got into a little fight, little scuffle with Cam Newton, which probably isn't the smartest thing to do. And unfortunately, he was a stud there. He was a star. You don't want to get into the fight with the star quarterback. But fortunately, they're cool, but that's just not something you probably want to do. You NFL guys, especially, they will cut you right, like right now. But Josh was the man at this time too. So, but you know what? In training camp, hey, fights are gonna happen, and for a coach, from what I learned, it's a positive and a negative, right? Because my coaches, they never like fights, uh, because it takes away from the time. Because things have to be on schedule. You gotta get the install in of the plays. You gotta get the reps in. So as a coach, you're thinking like it's a race against time. So that. But then on the flip side, you need your guys to be scrappy at the same time. And when you're physical and it's hot outside and you going against the guy all day, every day, same guys, you know what? Hey, a little scuffle kind of gets people back, breaking the monotony a little bit. And your guys are aggressive. Just gotta, you want your guys to be disciplined at the same time, because when it's a whole bunch of fights, you're like, yeah, these guys just not disciplined. But I've actually seen a team in the high school level at least, where they were scared to fight. Like there was no contact in the training camp. We had to be like, yo, you got to hit. Like, can I see somebody fight? Like you guys, and then there was like one alpha male there, and everybody was scared of the guy, so they wouldn't hit him because they were scared to get in a fight. You see what I'm saying? So there's a fine line. There's a time and place for everything at the end of the day. So from a coach standpoint, but as a player, you may be stressed out, and that's the whole point. It's stress on purpose in a training camp. The coach is taking you through something to make you tougher mentally, physically, emotionally, all that good stuff. All right. So you just know you need to know how to deal with it, and here's how you deal with it. Here's a few ways. So there's not like one way to deal with stuff. There's a bunch of ways, but I want to give you a couple. So you know, I talk about this, and I actually have a video on it, actually demoing it. So make sure that's why I want you guys to go through the whole channel. But meditation. So you're like, well, what is meditation? Well, number one is breathing. This is how you control. This is how you calm yourself down. How do you breathe? So, like I told you in one of the videos, in the huddle, they taught us this. We had a psychologist or whatever, a person who helped us with our stress levels, right? When I was playing in for Houston, and they taught us this thing. They said when you get to the huddle, first of all, learn how to control your breathing, so you can slow your heart rate down and and think clearly. Especially when you're in the game, you got 80,000 people screaming. You know, how do you do this? So one of the things they taught us, it was like breathing. So when we get to the huddle, and also self-talk. So we get to the huddle, breathe deeply in and out of your nose, slow your breathing down, deep breaths, and then say relax. And subconsciously, you'll start to relax. You're telling your body what to do. And you think that it may not work, but it does. So I used to do it, and especially as a rookie, yeah, I'm trying to make the team. They drafted two guys ahead of me. It's a dog eat dog world in the NFL. I need to relax during this game, during this practice. I need to feel good. I need to feel confident. So slow your breathing down. You catch your breath, slow, relax your face muscles, deep breaths with your diaphragm. Then say relax, relax, baby, relax. All right. So you do this over and over again. Every time you get in the huddle, or every time you're relaxing, and you're gonna start to notice. I mean, every time you're not involved in the play, obviously, you start to notice that your body's gonna listen to your mind, and so you're gonna tell yourself what to do. That's number one. Now that's during the practice. All right. Now during the time where you're hanging out, tell my guys you need some me time. Okay. So obviously you're gonna be around your guys, especially in the NFL, CFL. You got more practices. In the high school, usually what you got one practice nowadays. Even though like at Fort Union we had three practices, which is crazy, crazy compared to today. I think you guys only got like one practice now. But college, high school, you have a little bit more time. NFL is less time, right? So you still need to find some me time. Get alone. And I'm not just talking about a nap. I tell you guys to take a nap, and that's good. You definitely need to take a day nap. Get used to taking day naps. It can be like 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be long, but you need to take naps. You're gonna feel way more energy and more of a charge. But take some time alone and meditate. I'm not gonna go through the meditation, but it's basically breathing. There's a couple ways you can meditate because you're like, well, what is it? You can literally clear your mind of everything. You just focus on breathing, and that takes practice. All right. There's certain techniques you can use. There's certain techniques that you can use and focus on these things. On the breathing, like I have the video on there. I'm not able to show you right here, but it's a way that you can. There's three little techniques that you can use to clear your mind of everything, or you can have a focal point. And when I say focal point, is using your imagination. Imagination is very powerful, fellas. So let's say, even if you're having a great camp, let's say you're having a really bad camp, no matter what, imagine yourself being successful in whatever position or whatever you're doing. So don't think of it, think from it. So you relax your mind first, you get into that that vibration level. You breathe, you relax, get yourself to that theta what do you call it? Theta state. Look that up, guys. Theta. And then once you get to that relaxed state, whereas at the end of the day, you could like almost go to sleep. Now focus and imagine yourself being successful. Imagine yourself getting that interception. How would it feel? So, best ways to improve your imagination is number one, do it more. So use your imagination. When some people may call it daydreaming. All right. So take this time and you're gonna think from it. So you're gonna see yourself being successful. Like let's say talk about getting an interception. So see yourself. What would you see if you got an interception in practice or in a game? What would it feel like? Like literally feel it. Touch the ball. Let's do a demonstration right now. Since we're talking about imagination, this is going to be one of the most important things in your life, and you don't even know it right now. Okay. So I want you to, if you close your eyes right now, I want you to feel a baseball in your hand. I want you to feel the baseball, hold the baseball, feel the thread. Do you feel it? What does it feel like? All right. That's how you go into your mind. I can feel it. Now, let's say get a rose. Okay. Get a rose. Have you ever smelled a flower? Whatever your favorite flower, but I'll say a rose. Close your eyes. Put the rose up to your nose and smell it in your mind. Right? Now, here's the thing. I can smell it. Okay. I can smell it and I can feel it. I can hold the baseball in my hand. That's how you use your imagination. Now, here's the thing is the better you get at this, so the more you do it, the more real it becomes. And what happens is it materializes in your world the more times you do it. Because then the subconscious mind can believe it. So you got to study the mind, fellas, so you understand what I'm saying. Subconscious mind. Look it up. YouTube it, Google it, whatever you need to do. But that's what we're doing. So you can relax. So you may have had the worst practice of all time. will trick your mind into believing that everything is going to be good. And I already got you. I know you guys are working hard, so it's not like you're being lazy. It's not like I know my guys work hard. But sometimes that's part of life, right? You got positive and negative, and sometimes you may get in a little drought, a little slump. How do you get yourself out of it? Well, beating yourself up ain't gonna do it. That's how you get in a downward spiral. You gotta turn things around, fellas. The first thing you have to do is positive self-talk and positive imagination. You gotta visualize yourself being successful. Then once you start to believe it, all right, once you start to believe it, that's when good things happen, because then it's just going to be, you're going to get into that zone. If you ever been in that zone, man, everything is just flowing like water. All right. So how do you relax? You feel it you feel it. So you see yourself being successful. Then you feel it. You catch the ball. You catch the interception. You feel the wind. You feel the guys chasing you. You outrunning them. Smell the grass. What would the grass smell like? What would the turf smell like? What would the helmet feel like? What would the pad smell like? All right. Then you hear it. What would you hear if you caught a pick in a game? Would the crowd go crazy? Let me tell you something, man. I listen to a lot of these guys, and I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of the most successful people, if you look, they call it law of attraction, but the most successful people, man, they visualized it, man. They've been, it's like deja vu. They've been there before. They went in there, they used their mind, man. They visualized it, they imagined themselves being successful. They talk about Jim Carrey. This is a skill, this is a technique that you got to do over and over again. Because if you can get yourself to believe it, right? If you can get yourself to believe it, then it will happen eventually. And I told this story about my Virginia Tech story. I told about the NFL story when I used this skill, and I didn't even know what I was doing. So now I'm aware. Yo, relax. All things are good, man. Everything's working fine. So now you having fun. And once you get that confidence where, hey, look, you know what? Hey, this first part of practice, man, it wasn't that great. Guess what? We turn this thing around, baby. Let's go. Let's go. You're tricking your mind. The last thing you want to do is feel sorry for yourself, right? Because that's what happens when guys make bad things. We may see it as bad, but you see it and you're like, Dad, man, this is not my day right now. All right. So you start to feel sorry for yourself. That's the worst thing you can do. That's the worst thing you can do, fellas. Never feel sorry for yourself. Feel thankful. Feel the gratitude. Visualize yourself being successful. Use your imagination. Positive self-talk. Man, I'm the best out here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Have fun. Smile. Laugh. And work. So I already know you already got the work part. I know y'all work hard, but it's not about uh other people seeing you work. Look, you work hard. You know, you guys are going after it. At least my guys. Now, when things may not be going as planned, what do? Are you gonna ball up? Are you gonna feel sorry for yourself? No. I just told you the techniques to do it, man. Get some alone time. First of all, relax. If you're within the practice, relax, breathe. Tell yourself to relax. Deep nose breathing. That's why I tell my guys to do yoga, so you can learn how to do that type of stuff. And then when you're by yourself, during the days, get alone, get some me time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Learn the techniques of how to breathe in your nose with your diaphragm, and then either clear your mind completely and just focus on your breath, or have a focal point. Imagine yourself being successful in whatever you want to do in life, and it must happen. It may not be right now, it may not be tomorrow, but eventually it will. All right, that's basically law of attraction. All right, and you can use it towards relaxing during camp, during this hard time where everybody's physically drained. Well, guess what? Your mind is going to put you over the hump. All right, clear your mind. Have a focal point. Imagine yourself being successful. You should be doing this already anyways. You should be doing this in the mind and body training program. You should be doing it right before you go to bed and right when you wake up. That's what a champion does, no matter what. That's what a champion is. Defeating the odds. Overcoming. All right? Want to get y'all that, fellas? Hit me up anytime. Cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Believe it in, fellas. Believe it. Believe it in. All right, peace.